Hi, I'm Daniel, and I saw the new film by Walt Disney Animation Studios' Raya and the Last Dragon on Disney Plus Premier Access. It's also in cinemas simultaneously depending on the country. I didn't like Premier Access with Mulan, but this doesn't have everything against it like that. Raya was intended to be released in November 2020, but got pushed out by story being delayed. By the trailers, I thought it looked good. It seemed like it was trying to do something different, but I was worried that C2 would get annoying. The trailers didn't really reveal much, and with this Soul, Sponge on the Run and more, animated trailers might be getting better at not revealing too much. So what I planned this section of initial impressions to be failed. Anyway, the animation is extraordinary. The backgrounds are beautiful and sometimes look partly realistic in a great way. The human design to the right mix of not being too realistic, but still resembling real life if you move the proportions to make it look visibly pleasing. The dragon designs aren't that good, but not bad enough it's distracting, and the design of Tut Tut looks spectacular. The film uses different animation styles in some scenes, like this one 2.5D style that's used twice, and the one at the start that reminded me of Moana's opening. This is one of the best CGI animation, only beat by the Pixar short Piper. Also, the movement and the fight scenes look superb in this style. The story is fast paced and feels quick in a good way because it doesn't miss crucial character moments, and it feels fine as a film. If this was by live action of a studio, it would be a full hour longer, so that time here it doesn't make it boring. It kind of uses the road trip animated formula. While yes, half of the film is going to different places and getting items, but it doesn't feel like that because it doesn't try to push a buddy movie with Raya and Sisu, which for that type of movie it wants to be. It doesn't need that. The characters are also great. Raya is an amazing lead for having a full character arc, and the movie isn't scared to make her more complex compared to other characters. Sisu was a character I was worried about, but she is good for three reasons. One, that group project line only really exists for the trailers to be more entertaining, and her comedy isn't pop culture like the genie, it's more how she doesn't fit in with the times. 2. That group project line is also incorrect because she isn't incompetent or rebelled on the mission. In a lot of ways, she helps the group. 3. I wouldn't class her as comic relief. The baby and monkey are more of the comic characters. She has a role in the story and themes. Numari is a great villain and foil to Raya. There is a group of other characters that don't do much story-wise, but it works because this movie isn't character-driven. So having characters that don't do much work, and they are entertaining in their own right. Normally, character-focused stories are always better in my opinion, but this fully fits the film that it wants to be. The comedy isn't great, but I wouldn't call it bad. It's mixed, but I don't think it's a problem in terms of clashing with the tone, because there isn't too much comedy, and it doesn't tell a joke during a dark and serious scene. The movie has a message of diversity for the 100th time, but it actually does it in a way that's deeper than it seems on the first glance. In conclusion, I give Raya and the Last Dragon a 9 out of 10 and strongly recommend. On the scale, I personally prefer Soul, but not by much, because Soul is more introspective and unanalyzable, while this is a film without any actual problems that affect the movie. Comparing it to the Yas-Pace movie Mulan remake, it does what I was trying to do so much better. It is an action movie with actual strong female protagonists, and it is a great story and characters as a bonus. About the Premier Access, I think it is worth it because you can re-watch it, and it isn't much different than 2 or 3 cinema tickets. If it's still too pricey, then wait till June 8th when it's on Disney Plus for free, then definitely watch it. Also, in cinemas, there was a short of Us Again, but that's not on Disney Plus so I can't review it. The end.